Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Ninja Knight. Make sure you like the video, make sure you share the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I've dropped my Patreon link down below if you'd like to join me there. Thank you. So with every passing day, I seem to love Gina Carano even more. She has been an absolute stalwart in a year that has provided so many SJW celebrities with a platform to talk absolute nonsense, and finally they've been called out on it. What's happened to Gina is Gina has made some very simple, rational statements and some rational pictures been put on her timeline, and people have gone absolutely berserk over it. It's fantastic to see such a strong individual, and this is an individual that Disney have been saying they have been looking for. They have been looking for someone strong. They have been looking for someone female, and they have been looking for someone that is featuring both of those things, being strong and female. Now the brilliant thing about Gina is that she's very independent, and I love that about her. I think this is really, really good for her, and she's won a lot of fans over this. There are people that will be purchasing her merchandise, absolutely will go through the roof, I think. And she has to put up with absolute nonsense, and she deals with it so well, in my opinion. Now you have individuals, unfortunately, that have decided to call Gina out and have decided then to make certain statements, and I'm going to break them down within this video. I'm in full support of Gina, and I hope to see her in more TV shows, in more movies. I want her own Cara Dune spin-off show. So if Disney and Lucasfilm are listening, which I know they are, give her a spin-off solo show. The fans want it. Gina, just so you know, pronouns are a part of most languages, and putting them in your bio is just a decent thing to do. I mean, the first thing you should be told to do is to fuck off, because no, it's not a decent thing to do. You can put whatever you want in the bios, and that has nothing got to do with it. You should not be pressuring other individuals to put something into their bio. Not at all. You're even your own co-worker. I would prefer you would got a better grasp of the English language rather than trying to tell someone else what to do in terms of what they should put in their bio. Maybe educate yourself before you try to turn around and say something then to an individual that has massive clout at the moment. You're even your own co-worker, Pedro, has put pronouns in his bio out of decency. Not out of decency, the man was harassed. 100% he was harassed. So you liking tweets that mocks that just sits wrong with many people. Apparently you can't like jokes and taking the piss out of these people, because this is what absolutely infuriates these people. When you take the piss out of them, when you mock them, when you laugh at them. I cannot tell you the amount of times I have had comments on videos from SJWs, the likes of the Candice Patton videos where her fans are toxic. They make outlandish statements. I just laugh at them and they go away. It's great. It's very funny. Gina then says, yes, Pedro and I spoke, and he helped me understand why people were putting them in their bios. I didn't know before, but I do now. I won't be putting them in my bio, but good for all of you who choose to. So obviously her and Pedro agreed to disagree, and that was fair enough. And that was probably the end of the conversation, and I think that would have been a decent thing to do, and that would have been, I suppose, a good conversation between both. But it's a pity Pedro didn't respect that, it seems. I stand against bullying, especially the most vulnerable and freedom to choose. And it's interesting to note that Pedro actually hasn't come out and spoken against the bullying and harassment that Gina has received during this whole thing. And we will see a breakdown of some of the tweets. So there's Pedro Pascal. And then we have this absolute fuck nugget, John Rocha. This is an individual that was involved with Collider, bounced from Collider and the Schmodown, where they had him and the likes of Christian Harloff that were absolute fucking shills for Disney, and they got found out. You had Harloff saying he worked so hard as a Star Wars fan for 4 years. There's people that have been Star Wars fans for fucking 30 plus years and have been served the shit that they have been served, and you shilled for that company. And now when people realise the likes of Daisy Ridley coming out, John Boyega coming out and saying that that Disney trilogy was shit, then you have all of these people going, well, you know, maybe the fandom are right. It's like, fucking course they were right. Everybody was right about this. You could see the writing on the wall, but you shilled so hard. And what happens when you shill for these companies is that you get that reputation attached to you. You get that stank attached to you. And now people just view these people as being shills. And why would you take any note of what these individuals say? Baffling. As someone who's been a massive vocal fan of Gina Carano, I would highly doubt that. From her MMA days, I doubt you even know what MMA is. You don't seem the type of guy to even watch it. To Haywire, to her straight to DVD phase, to her rebirth in Mandalorian. It's fucking sad to see her misuse her platform in this willfully combative and purposefully ignorant way. This, folks, is the same fucking guy that posts Orange Man bad stuff every day. He's the same guy that's posting video of people gathering and not social distancing and criticising those individuals. He's the same guy that has no criticisms against the BLM movement. This guy is a fucking clown. She knows what and he says here, she's against this kind of stuff. If it sends Gina back to doing Karate Boxer 7 from now on, then so be it. So this guy is actually trying to say cancel her career. That's what he's trying to say. That's what he means by this. So make no mistake about it. That's what he's trying to say. He is saying, if it sends her back to doing Karate Boxer 7, basically saying, look, Disney, maybe get rid of her. He's saying it in a creepy way, instead of having some fucking balls and saying it then, like some of the other weirdos on Twitter. We all know that you reap what you sow in life. So again, he's trying to add into that. People correctly calling you out for this is not bullying. They're not correctly calling her out for anything at all. You fucking dimwit. This is not bullying. It's them not accepting your pretend ignorance. Well, it's not pretend ignorance whatsoever. She just decided not to do what she wanted to do. And, you know, these people don't like free speech and free thinking. That's why they were like fucking puppets on strings for Disney. Oh, one more thing. How terrible does it look to ask the lead of your show, who was way more accomplished in his field than you? Right, gonna break that down. The only thing that Pedro Pascal is vaguely known for is being in Game of Thrones. Now, I would say most people, if you showed them a picture of Pedro Pascal and said, who's that? Most people on the street probably wouldn't say, yeah, I know who that is, or they would even have half a guess as to know who it was. Most people wouldn't even remember him as Prince Oberyn. I only remember that because of how much of a fucking shit show Game of Thrones became. And one of the better fight scenes was when the Mountain and him squared off with the Mountain actually squashing his head. He was a strange choice in my opinion for the Mandalorian. They kept saying, yeah, we were looking for someone like Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's son is an actor. I'm sure he would have taken the gig, no problem. And they cast Pedro Pascal. Okay. But I'm disappointed with what Pedro Pascal did next. He says, you and has a non-binary sibling. So, you know, credit to Pedro Pascal having a non-binary sibling. That's up to them. That's their own choice. Fair play. It's not impacting anybody else. I doubt that they're on Twitter crying for all of this nonsense. I certainly hope not. About the usage of pronouns, then turn around and make a joke out of it. How does that read as a good idea in your brain? Like I said, SJWs need to be mocked. They need to be laughed at because this is what infuriates them the most. And then we see this. Very honoured. Gracias, Senor Armando. Why are you speaking to him in Spanish for? Why is that? Anyway, we got back to that. That's disappointing. That is basically... That's going against what your co-worker is saying. I'd say the tension on the set now, if there is a season 3 and if these two are working together, I wouldn't say you would be impressed by that. That is your co-worker going behind your back and agreeing with this absolute fucking idiot about what he's been saying and the type of misinformation that he's spreading as well too, given the fact that we will see the actual comments that Gina received. And I hope Pedro actually sees these comments. It might actually be a good idea for him to see these things. Now, I'm not saying harass Pedro. I disavow anybody that contacts Pedro about this. I disavow anybody that would harass Pedro in relation to this. But it's very disappointing, and I'm sure he's very well aware of this. I will make an aside and say this is the same fucking guy that decided it was a good idea to go and sing Imagine into his phone along with Gal Gadot during the pandemic. Let's not forget that one either. So the guy obviously hasn't got great decision making in saying that. Now we're going to come on and see this is the type of individual that Disney Star Wars has decided to let in the gates. We love Pedro following this person just a few hours after going on this rant. So an individual that was criticising Gina, that was basically looking for her cancellation from work. These people are fucking hyped about it. It's sad to see. And this type of stuff you're seeing as well too, like the handle as well too. This is the type of fucking weirdo that Disney has attracted. Now he was not tagged on this, and I just want you to see that. I want to make that clear. Not tagged in it here. Yet, here he is. Appreciate this. I loved it and was very honoured too. Kind of you to share it. I mean, this is like, he's not tagged in that, just to be clear. He's either gone and found this, or someone has brought this to his attention. That's not good. And this is the type of thing that should not be highlighted and clapped on, which we will see now with the fantastic data racer. So, if Pedro decides to see a video like this, it would be great to see what the type of individuals that Gina has been dealing with. So Gina says in response to Joe Talk Show, they're mad cause I won't put pronouns in my bio to show my support for trans lives. I mean, why would you be putting your pronouns in your bio anyway? Anybody I've come across with their pronouns in their bio is a very suspect individual in my mind, with very suspect views. After months of harassing me in every way, I decided to put 3 very controversial words in my bio. Beep, bop, boop. I'm not against trans lives at all. They need to find less abusive representation. And I think that is a fabulous tweet. I really do. She says she's not against trans lives at all. That's an important thing. So the context of that is, she's made a statement, I'm not against them at all. Done and over with. They need to find less abusive representation. Absolutely. Just like the Candice Patton fans. They need to find people that are less abusive and less militant in the way they behave, because that is another problem in a different fandom that's getting off the radars and has seen harassment for the likes of Danielle Panabaker, who plays Caitlin Snow aka Killer Frost in The Flash. So you're seeing these groups start to target these women, and they're all about feminism, they're all about strong women, except when a strong woman has an independent mind of their own, not a hive mind like these fucking hyenas, and they decide to again at them, to go mad at them. It's absolutely incredible stuff. So Gina Carano then again responds then to Cass Pereira and says, I don't think trans people would like all of you trying to force a woman to put something in her bio through harassment and name calling every day for months. So she capitalizes this to show how long she's been dealing with this. Harassment shouldn't be happening on this scale. If you ask someone nicely to put something in their bio, they either ignore it or say no. That should be the end of it. You should then fuck off. You should not then keep coming back and say put it in and then start a name call. That's wrong. Such as racist, transphobe, bitch, weirdo. I hope you die. I hope you lose your career. You're fat. You're ugly. Now, the hope you lose your career stuff is something that John Rocha is egging on, and it would seem Pedro Pascal inadvertently could be also egging that on also, with him following John Rocha rather than doing nothing, or actually better yet, coming out and saying, well, if I don't agree with my co-worker, that's fine, but I will support her because this is the type of individual that she is on set. You can bet your bottom dollar that if it was the shoe on the other foot, Gina would come out and support Pedro. And that's the difference. That's the very big difference that I want to make within this video. Now we also see this type of stuff that we've seen here. We says, Oi, Gina Carano, block me before I stamp on your self-entitled transphobic beer bug loving head, stinky lady. So this is the type of individual and the type of comments that she's receiving. So according to John Rocha, this stuff isn't happening. But here you go, John Rocha, fuckface. This stuff is happening. Gina Carano, dumb transphobic bitch, I hope you lose your job. And hey, Robert Iger, your company is... Oh, there's too much there. Alphabet friendly. Yeah, Gina Carano has no place in The Mandalorian or any other Disney property. Her behaviour is explicitly transphobic and disgusting. Not whatsoever. So credit to Data Racer on this one. I really want to put that out there. Data Racer has compiled all of this and very well done. It's brilliantly done, Data Racer. Appreciate that. I hope that we'll be able to chat live sometime on a stream. Love your work. Her behaviour is explicitly transphobic and disgusting. Gina Carano, you're a transphobic piece of shit. You're not the victim here, you transphobic hag. Nah, you're just transphobic trash, you dumb POS. So you'll see the same type of vernacular, the same type of wording being used, or a version of it. In my opinion, are these all real people? Possibly not. And if they are, I'd be very, very much so looking into them. Gina Carano is racist and transphobic. Hollywood should blacklist her. Like, how? What are you basing that upon? There's nothing to base that upon whatsoever. Hey, Gina Carano, shut the fuck up, you fucking asshole. So, Ben Howard, R.I.P. Chadwick. Great stuff. I'd say Chadwick be proud. Yo, Disney, when you gonna fire Gina Carano for being openly transphobic and a passive-aggressive racist? I mean, she just works with Carl Weathers, who's black. I'm sure Carl Weathers probably thinks she's a lovely lady. Now, I'd love to see Carl Weathers coming out and supporting her or various other members of the cast and crew. I'm sure if she was actually transphobic or racist or anything like that, they probably would have found that out fairly quickly and would have been dealt with. But yet, she works with an awful lot of people on the set of The Mandalorian and various other movies, and in MMA itself, with different races, different genders, too, obviously, different creeds religiously. Yet nobody seems to have a problem with her before she's attached to Disney Star Wars, and these fucking nutbags that Disney have attracted decide to go after her. Interesting that, isn't it? Gina Carano, fuck off, you stupid piece of shit. Gina Carano, shut up, you transphobic piece of shit. And the love heart, I mean, the fucking fakeness of this sort of stuff, that actually annoys me, it does. Gina Carano is dangerous, and Disney is giving her a platform. Let's normalise firing transphobic assholes who won't wear a mask in the middle of a pandemic. I mean, that's a topic for another day, really, but you can go and fuck yourself. You have BLM in your title, and these people are going around rioting, looting, murdering, and yet you don't have an issue with that whatsoever. Those people aren't wearing masks, are they? You can't be wearing a mask when you're looting Foot Locker, getting those size 13 Air Jordans. You fucking moron. Don't be shy, Star Wars. Fire Gina Carano for being a transphobic piece of trash. And this is the type of dogpiling and the type of nonsense that you see from Twitter. And when it seems like there's an awful lot of individuals involved at this is what made companies panic in the past. Personally, I think companies should look at these people and say, much merchandise do you fuckers own? Oh, none, is that right? Yeah, great, fuck off. How many of you guys have actually subscribed to the platform? None. Oh, right, yeah, fuck off. That's what should be happening, rather than companies bending to the will of these weirdos. Gina Carano, fuck you, you transphobic piece of shit. Gina Carano isn't even a good actor, and now she's a transphobe too. Fuck you, Gina Carano, you dumb rat. She's a very good actor. I actually quite liked her within The Mandalorian. I actually loved her in Deadpool, which fucking asshole John Rocha forgot about as well too. She was Angel Dust in Deadpool, you fucking bum. You're not that much of a movie critic, are you, when you forgot about that one? One of the biggest movies of all time. Dumbass. Gina Carano, hi from the bottom of my heart, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. So, this insincerity, I despise that type of stuff now, I have to say personally. I think that type of behaviour is fucking wrong. Gina Carano, I hope you get fired for being a transphobic bitch. So this is page 2 of a number of tweets as well too, by the way, just to be clear. This is 16 tweets here, and that's another 16, that's 32. Gina Carano, dumb transphobic bitch, I hope you lose your job. I know your bitch ass isn't going to see this, but fuck you, Gina Carano. I owe Disney fire this bitch, Gina Carano, or do you all support transphobia? Now this is another thing as well too. They try to strongman and strong arm these companies into saying, well, you're associating with this individual that doesn't think like us, get rid of them. Fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't give a shit how Pedro Pascal thinks, I really don't. I just want to see a good TV show, and that's my thing. But at the end of the day, is if he goes out and makes a statement in defiance of this or agrees with this, personally I would love to see him going against this abuse, but you know, ultimately I don't give a fuck what he thinks. Shut up, you fat ass racist oompa loompa looking bitch, nobody gives a shit. I mean, this would be the same person that'd be going, yes, queen, to the likes of Candace Patton and all. It's crazy stuff. Shut up, transphobe, non-mask wearing bitch. You're absolutely vile for your display now, transphobic bitch. That's pretty vile yourself there. BLM in the title again. See, there's a nice correlation here as well, by the way. I'd say most of these people as well too. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that they probably have BLM or ACAB in there, or FTP, if you know what I mean, in their bios. We can't always get what we want. Like, I want you to shut the hell up, but I guess this bitch will never learn how to go fuck Bop self. Gina Carano, I hope you get spit on for not wearing a mask and for being transphobic bitch. Jesus, like, stupid ass transphobe ugly bitch. Fuck you, transphobic bitch. This is now, by the way, like, Gina has said that she's dealt with this for months and days, every day. You're so fucking stupid. Oh my god, ugly untalented bitch. Deactivate and give me $500. There you go. We are seeing it as well too. You're seeing it with the girls there on the OnlyFans. Give me money. BLM in the profile and all of that. You're fucking dumb. Go eat gravel, you demon bitch. Hey, Oompa Loompa looking ass bitch. Why are you so fucking stupid? Hey, Gina Carano, block me on this account, you smelly bitch. Fuck you, transphobe. Gina Carano, what the fuck is with you? You low life, no good piece of shit. I really fucking hate you because my fucking brother is trans. You and that stupid ass gif can go to hell, you son of a bitch. I don't care if you block me, report me, so again, fuck you. I mean, like I said, these people wouldn't have the stones to say this in person. That's the most important thing we should understand. Here's another 16 tweets. And this is just a small compilation of what Data Racer has showed, by the way. This homophobe blocked me even though I have not tweeted to her or about her. She clearly blocked me solely because I'm a gay Star Wars fan. That is so fucked up. Look at this fucking clown. What are you talking about? Now, what can happen as well too, by the way, is there can be blockchains initiated within Twitter. I'm unsure as how they work, but I know that a lot of SJW woke weirdo comic creators have decided to use it for people that are within Comicsgate, which is a great group, and it's a love group. And Gina Carano, I hope, comes to Comicsgate and does something within Comicsgate because I think it will be very successful. So this idiot here says, this homophobe blocked me. Now, Gina has already made it clear that she does not stand against trans lives, so you're talking shit. I'm sure she stands for gay rights as well too, and not against them. And I have not tweeted to her or about her. You're probably involved in a blockchain, dummy. She clearly blocked me solely because I'm a gay Star Wars fan. How the fuck would anybody know that? That's an absolute clown. That is so fucked up. Are you Disney, fire this bitch Gina Carano, or do you all support transphobia, or do you support her bullying minors on Twitter and sending her fans to verbally abuse someone? It's okay for you guys to verbally abuse someone and have a safe space on Twitter, but when someone comes after you and calls you out for the shit that you're up to, then it's like, give me a safe space, please, help me make a corporation. Star Wars, Disney. This woman has been explained the importance of having pronouns in one's account. Has been explained the importance of having pronouns. Imagine that being your life. Fucking, oh man, SJWs. Has been explained to her by a cast member as well. Instead of being an ally, she's mocking trans people. NB, whatever that means. You still want her working for your company, Gina Carano? I mean, get over it. She doesn't agree with you. And now here we go. Look, so the same individual, Star Wars, The Mandalorian, Disney, Disney Plus. I am demanding you now. Are you guys cool with this? She's just blocked LGBTQ Star Wars fans who have said nothing to or about her, unless you all support homophobia. So again, you're seeing this narrative being shifted as well too. They love this narrative, and that's absolute bullshit coming from that individual. Here we go again. Please fire Gina Carano. Star Wars is famously anti-fascist, and it would be nice if the people playing these roles reflected that. They're playing pretend. You do know that, so it doesn't matter what the people think in the real life. I don't think. If they're playing the role well, that's all that matters and should matter. But you fucking weirdos don't think like that. They all should have the same groupthink as you, and that is why we are seeing the death of the comic book industry. Because these people have decided that the heroes should have the same way of thinking as you people, and most people have decided, I'm not into that. Disney, Disney Plus, Star Wars, for Gina Carano and her bigoted ass. Don't be shy, Star Wars, for Gina Carano for being a transphobic piece of trash. Star Wars, The Mandalorian, Disney Plus, Disney, Disney Studios. What are y'all going to do about the blatant transphobia and bigotry Gina Carano is spewing, or do you just not care? Well, this is messed up. For those thinking the things she's saying doesn't hurt people, it does. She's going after the LGBTQ community simply because she can. It's not right. Yo, Disney, when are you going to fire Gina Carano for being openly transphobic and passive-aggressive racist? Disney should make the right decision. Look at that there. By firing Gina Carano and at least initiate a thorough third-party investigation. Should fucking call him for defunding the police. What are you talking about investigations for? I thought you wanted it all dealt with. Freedom of speech and all of that. Regarding the transphobic acts of Rosario Dawson, they're alleged as well. Oh my god. They're dragging Rosario Dawson into it. And Rosario Dawson is one of the biggest SJWs that you could meet. And she's actually, I think she's involved with a democratic individual as well too, like a politician. This is hilarious. They eat their own. SJWs eat their own. This is why Gina Carano has taken a stand against them, and so has William Shatner. That are alleged as well. Doing such things would prove Disney's commitment to positive changes is not simply, and then it goes on to show you on down. But sure, like, they can just reduce John Boyega's face on a poster for China. I don't think they're completely fucking upset about what actually happens or what you people think whatsoever. Like the Mulan fiasco as well too. And hey, Robert Iger, your company is alphabet friendly. Hey, Gina Carano has no place in The Mandalorian or any other Disney property. Her behaviour is explicitly transphobic and disgusting. So that's not the case. We've also seen the tweets that have been made by Gina Carano. It's absolute bullshit. We've seen John Rocha now in an attempt to try and get in on the cancel culture. Unfortunately as well too, we've seen Pedro Pascal follow that individual. Now, Pedro Pascal is free to think whatever he wants. He's free to follow whoever he wants. It just is disappointing to see that. Do I think Pedro Pascal should be harassed for that? No. Do I think he's a moron? Yeah. Do I think John Rocha is a moron? Yeah. But do I think they should be harassed for that? No. Do I think they should have bullying and online vitriol directed at them all day, every day, for months on end, for years on end? No. They're entitled to their opinions, even though I think their opinions are wrong. But we're here to agree to disagree, and that's fine. That's the way things should be. However, you're supporting John Rocha, these fuck nuggets. You're giving these people added ammunition. Pedro Pascal, you were giving these individuals added ammunition. You're not checking this, you're not seeing this, and maybe making some sort of statement about it and saying, well, hang on, whilst I don't agree with what Gina's done, I don't agree with the abuse that she's received either. Because that would be the right thing to do, in my opinion, if you're a Pedro Pascal. Now, if you say nothing, it then certainly looks very strange. But this attempt at cancelling Gina Carano is absolutely disgusting. We've seen the same mob of individuals get involved with the J.K. Rowling situation, and these people have been listened to by companies for a number of years. It would be interesting to see what happens from now on. Whether Disney decide to bend to these individuals, or whether they decide to look around and say, hey, these people don't buy merchandise, they don't buy the product, they don't buy the subscription service. Why are we listening to these people and losing money hand over fist? Why did we listen to those people? Why did we listen to Kathleen Kennedy and these people that actually actively lost us money in the Disney trilogy? They lost us money for Solo. And then we had one good season of The Mandalorian based on the fact that we left Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni alone to do what they did, and it was a huge wide success. Leave them alone. That's what I would do, Disney. I wouldn't even say anything. I wouldn't go near it. Maybe come out and say, well, you know what, we stand by our employees' right to choose and the way they think. Make a statement about that and say, well, basically all of you people who don't agree with that can fuck off because you guys aren't fans. This is a very dangerous and precarious situation that we're seeing here. We're seeing an active, targeted cancellation campaign happening against Gina Carano. She needs to be supported because what she is doing is right, in my opinion, in that she is posting rational things, posting, I suppose, independent things, which is something that you want to see, rather than the same groupthink bullshit that we're seeing from all of these type of individuals and from blue check marks within Hollywood, because they know as well as we do that their time is up. The time and era of the celebrity, and particularly of the celebrity that's leaning this way into these people, is over. It's coming to an end. These companies have lost money, substantial money. They have lost it in various properties. Ghostbusters, Doctor Who, Star Wars, Transformers. You would possibly see it now in The Lord of the Rings. This is what's happening. These companies are now waking up and saying, we have lost a lot of money, we cannot afford to lose more. Listening to these type of people is not the way to go. I support Gina Carano. I'm going to leave the video there. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below. I'm going to support Gina Carano, and I think that what she's doing is fantastic, and I hope that she keeps it up. I'm looking very forward to the second season of The Mandalorian, mostly now for her, and I really hope that she does get a spin-off show and a solo show, because I think the Cara Dune character in season 1 was a very interesting character and someone I would love to see explored more, even before all of this, and now more so I want to see her explored more. I really do. Good luck.